Assets. Liam owns a laptop, a phone, school textbooks, and some cash in the bank. Assets are things you own with value, but Liam also has liabilities. He has student loans, monthly Netflix payments, and a credit card balance from the $400 math textbook his professor said he needs for the class. How fun. Liabilities are debts you owe to someone else. Net worth. Armed with this new math textbook he definitely didn't need, Liam adds up the value of what he owns and subtracts what he owes. This number is Liam's net worth. Income. Liam works hard. Well, he does the bare minimum and brings donuts to team meetings, so his boss thinks he is the best. Nevertheless, every 2 weeks, he gets a paycheck. This is Liam's income. Expenses. Liam likes to party. Well, he likes getting food with friends and watching Netflix, but he also has to pay for rent, as well as groceries and Amazon purchases. Any money going out is called expenses. Budget. Liam checks his bank account at the end of the month, but sees he has way less money than normal. Where could this have gone? Maybe some of those Amazon purchases weren't necessary. Going forward, Liam decides to create a personal limit for his monthly Amazon purchases, restaurant bills, and pointless textbooks. This is called a budget. Inflation. Liam is now armed with a fancy budget and is confident he won't overspend on Amazon this month. Feeling peckish, he walks into his local grocery store and notices that eggs are now $8 when they were $6 last month. And what's this? His coffee just went up $3 as well. How could this be? The increase of prices over time is inflation. Capital. Liam isn't just going to sit around and take this inflation nonsense. So he goes into deep thought and notices that many people around him are doing something called investing, which, as it turns out, is not a trend of wearing vests everywhere. But then he realizes he needs money to invest. This is called capital. Mortgage. A few years later, Liam wants to buy a house, but he spits out his $9 coffee when he sees the price of homes in his city. They cost way more than he has in the bank. So how does he get one? Banks offer loans specifically for buying a home, but there's a catch. If a loan for a car is called a car loan, then a loan for a house is called a house loan, right? Wrong. Not even close. It's called a mortgage, which is a 500-year-old French word. Don't ask me why. Principal. Now, if the home costs $300,000, but Liam pays $30,000 of cash or capital up front, then the amount of money he needs to borrow is just $270,000. This original amount of money, the $270,000 that he borrows, is called the principal. But he actually owes the bank more than just the mortgage. Interest. The bank is letting you borrow their money, but hold your horses. You don't just pay back the principal. That would be too logical. You actually owe them more than you borrowed. The bank makes you pay a percentage each month on top of what you already owe them. This is called interest. Amortization. Over time, Liam's mortgage gets smaller. The process of paying off a loan over scheduled payments is called amortization. Equity. In Liam's neighborhood, they open a bunch of Starbucks locations and spend $10 million on a bike path that gets used by one person. As a result, the value of his house increases to $500,000. Okay, cool, but on top of that, his loan has been paid down to $200,000. The difference between the value of his house and the amount he owes on the house is now $300,000. This $300K is the part that he actually owns, called equity. Credit score. But not everyone is lucky enough to get loans. First, the bank decides if they trust you. How? Not a lie detector test. They decide by looking at your credit history, as in how good you are at paying your Netflix bill or credit card bill every month. It's a number that shows how reliable you are with debt. The scale goes from 300 to 850. A score under 500 means you probably never pay your bills, and a score over 700 means you pay bills faster than a single guy swipes on Tinder. Diversification. Now Liam wants to build more wealth, beyond the house and his math textbook. He starts investing $100 a month into different stocks and ETFs, not just betting on one stock. Spreading your money across different investments to reduce risk is called diversification. Stock. But what is a stock? It's buying a piece of a company. Each unit of a stock is called a share. If he owns 50% of Amazon stocks, then he owns 50% of Amazon. Shareholder. Liam also owns a Tesla stock, which makes him a shareholder of Tesla. ETF. But Liam doesn't just buy Amazon. He buys other stocks and things called ETFs, exchange traded funds. These are bundles of stocks that trade like regular stocks. Instead of owning one company, you own a basket of many companies all at once. It's like buying fruit at the supermarket. You don't just go all in on pineapples. You buy different types of fruit in case some of them go bad the minute you get home, which usually happens with me and strawberries. No idea why I keep buying them. Risk tolerance. But before investing more, Liam asks himself, how many ups and downs can I emotionally handle? And he's not talking about getting back with his ex. Some people hate losing even a few dollars. Others can watch their money move up and down without freaking out. Liam only freaks out when his team is losing, but he can tolerate small swings with his money in the stock market, so his risk tolerance is medium. Compound interest. Liam then learns about the #1 money hack of all time, and what Einstein coined as the 8th wonder of the world. Starting at zero, if Liam invests $300 per month starting at age 20, he could reach over $1 million by retirement. But how? By letting his money earn interest each year on top of the interest it earned last year. It's like the mold on those damn strawberries that gets bigger by the day. More mold produces more mold, and it grows exponentially. In the same way, your money can grow exponentially with compound interest. ROI. At first, he thought he misspelled his friend Roy's name, but actually, ROI means something else. If Liam invests $1,000 and it grows to $1,200, that's a 20% ROI, or return on investment. Liquidity. Liam owns stocks, and he could sell these instantly for cash. However, if he wanted to sell his house to help pay for his next math textbook, it could take months to find a buyer. His house is not liquid, where his stocks are very liquid. How fast something can turn into usable money is called liquidity. Leverage. Let's say Liam has $1,000 to invest, but borrows another $9,000 from the bank. Liam can now invest $10,000. If his investment increases 10%, he is now up $1,000 instead of just $100. Great, but there's a problem. If his investment drops, say 15%, then he loses $1,500 and still owes the bank. Leverage is just trying to use borrowed money to make bigger profits. Tax. Liam finishes a busy month of work and finally gets his paycheck. In the email from his boss, it says he is getting $3,000, but the actual number that hits his account is $1,800. Where did the rest go? He looks at his pay stub and sees federal income tax, state tax, and other things that add up to $1,200. But why? Taxes are a cost of civilization. The government takes a portion of your income and uses it to fix roads, fund schools, and make better slides at parks. But now comes filing your taxes. The government already knows the exact amount you owe, but they make you do a bunch of paperwork to try and guess this number anyways. If you're right, no worries. If you're wrong, you end up on the Netflix top 10. Recession. Liam keeps working hard and brings donuts to every meeting, but he hears that the economy is slowing down, and some of his friends are losing jobs. This is a recession, but Liam is prepared. He has savings, investments, a house, and has finally paid off that textbook. Better yet, he's also learned 25 key finance terms from Money Penguin and is subscribing right now, so he gets to see part 2. See you in the next one.